Hello and welcome to Jar Media,
Maths
the only
school.
show, Jar Media Math Show, where we teach you how to count to 40, which is the number episode of this episode.
We made it.
1, 2, 3.
I, of course, am your host.
5.
You're supposed to stop when let's.
We didn't get the lava lamp.
Oh, shit.
Whatever. I, of course, am the host,
Ruben.
Alexander. I'm joined by Jamie and Clark Kent over here.
The host.
The host.
Yes.
So we've got a few questions for Clark Kent. What's it like working at Planet Business?
Businessy.
Sorry, what's it called? The Daily Planet.
The Daily Business.
What's it like working at the Daily Business Planet?
It's like business on a planet.
So this is the only show where Ruben isn't here this week because he's busy.
He's too busy smoking weed.
He's too busy smoking weed every day.
Sorry, I just had to not say something then.
What? Oh, he's busy in the,
In the pussy.
No.
No.
See,
no.
I'm trying to restrain myself a little bit.
Do you know where I am? Do you know where my head is?
I'm so tired right now. I can't think.
My eye is very sore.
That's the name of the episode.
What's the picture? The thumbnail. Why are we doing this so late?
You know that film? It's only 9:30.
We've done worse.
Yeah, we've done it at like 10.
I've almost fallen asleep on the last two podcasts because it was that we were doing it so late.
We can use the poster from that film called The Eye or something, where Jessica Alba gets eye transplants.
She fucking sucks.
She's an awful actor.
she's really hot.
She gets eye
Transplant.
She gets eye transplants, and she gets eyes from someone who was like haunted or something. So then she starts seeing haunted stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, have you seen that movie that's coming out with Halle Berry?
What's it called?
What's it called? Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but her kid gets stolen.
Another one of those.
Her kid... Yeah, but it's fucking weird.
Why is it
Because
weird?
like she's just like a normal mum, and then she goes to the police station. It shows all this in the trailer. She goes to the police station, and then she sees posters of all these missing kids, and the police officer's like, just wait, and we'll be right there. And then she says to herself, that's what all the other mums did. They waited. So she gets out, and then she starts chasing all these cars in her car, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like something Transformers guy has something to do with that, I think. Michael Bay. I think so. Something to do with it.
Well, you obviously know the movie's going to be fantastic if Mr. Bay's involved.
Yeah. Well, there is some connection. I can't remember, but looks fucking awful. I think it's a sequel to Catwoman.
Is it awful as Ghostbusters?
It looks worse.
Really?
Yeah.
We've actually seen Ghostbusters now. We're not going to talk about it here. We're going to do a separate video on that.
Are we going to?
Mm-hmm. We just got to wait for the munter to watch it.
Who's the munter?
We have many munters on Jar Media. I'm going to leave it up to your imagination.
Am I not one of those?
No, you're the biggest munter on Jar Media.
Oh, fuck you.
Alright, Clark. I mean, what's happened in this last week? Anything?
Well, there was that 180 on PlayStation. Did the 180 on Skyrim and the Fallout 4 mods?
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
They put
Wait, so mods are going to be on?
Yeah, but they're going to be on Skyrim first before Fallout.
Why do they even bother making people hate them for a little bit then?
Because they're stupid.
Yeah, they should have said, we're still working on it, baby.
That was really...
even up to
No,
first,
but did you hear why they didn't want them on there in the first place?
It was something quite weird.
It was like, because it might crash the console.
Yeah, it was something.
Isn't that
like
and
the
like
risk?
ruin your save? Yeah, exactly.
You know,
It's just taking...
You kind of partake in that choice, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know how else is up.
Yep. So
What else happened this week?
nothing else has happened of interest.
No.
As far as I'm aware.
I didn't even know that had happened.
I don't know because I follow fucking Fallout.
And that's gaming news as well.
Fucking video games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mafia came out.
Let's do another 30-minute rant about why video games are bad.
Gears
Of
of
course.
War's out.
It's not those.
It's not. It's Tuesday.
Technically, it is.
The Jar Media Reddit is the true way to listen to this podcast. That doesn't make any sense.
No,
The true way. It's the true way to ask us questions for this podcast.
Indeedy.
If I just start saying yogs, what do people think though when I say yogs?
I don't know. Have you said Yog since day one?
Yeah, approve.
I think that's been a long-running joke of
It's
mine.
been forever.
Yeah.
You've said Yogs forever.
I just like how it sounds. I don't even think the Yogscast called their podcast the Yogs.
No, they don't.
They call
They're
it
not
the,
that
don't they call
stupid.
it the Yogscast podcast or something?
I don't know.
Like they don't just call it the Yogscast.
Wasn't it my
Why-
joke in the first place when I made the joke about Yorkcast? And then you just kind of took it and rolled with it.
You're always stealing James's jokes.
Yeah.
James is actually the brains behind the organisation.
Yeah.
Officially at this point.
Ooh. So if you go to jar/jar.com/jar media Reddit jar media, you can suggest your
How
questions.
much of that was true?
None of it. Not a single letter.
I'm pretty sure there is an R in the actual.
Jar Media Reddit, right? Just search that, you'll find it. It's in the description or whatever. So you can leave us questions for this show. What's so funny? Alright. Citrus Monkey.
Here we go with the
What's-
names.
What's the angriest you've ever been?
Ooh. Oh god, I've got to think.
Do you remember the races in Assassin's Creed 2?
Oh yeah.
that one of those got me pretty angry. Like so angry, you know where our fireplace is?
Yes.
I threw the controller down, but it like went diagonally, smashed the like corner of the
Did it break?
thing. Yeah, it completely destroyed it. I just hit it. I just hit the controller and I got a new one.
Wait, what races? Were they running races?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
running races.
Assassin's Creed 2.
There was this particular one that was bullshit. Don't
All of
know
them
why
were
it-
fucking shit.
No, there was this one that was really bad.
That game is like
Ah,
pretty bad.
no.
Yeah.
Brotherhood, where there's that squid tomb. You've
It
got
might
to
have
jump
actually
up.
been Brotherhood.
Yeah.
No,
That one.
that's 2.
That's two.
Where you've got to go like round in a circle.
Yeah, and the
And
the
there's the
squid.
Easter egg
yeah.
where the
That
tentacles
fucking
come
thing
out.
pissed me off a lot. But that's not the worst one. The yoga bit in GTA 5.
That got you really angry.
I can do it. I spent like a week trying to do that mission. I gave up. I fucking couldn't do it.
What? It's so easy.
No,
though.
it's
is
not
easy.
because you slightly move and it fails. And because my controller was broken at the time,
Oh,
it slightly moved
there you
and I was
go.
just like,
Remember the only controller you
this.
had was that like modded
Yeah.
fucking Argos controller.
got it in a bundle and it was like £15.
yeah,
Shitty
and it was
controller.
atrocious.
But even the rapid fire part of it was broken and never
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah,
And it was
I
fucking
tend to not
awful.
really get angry particularly.
Yeah, you do.
Never been angry in my life.
I remember a time I really pissed you off. I really pissed you off. We like only just got Halo 3 or something, or we
Mm.
only just got gold, and you were playing Lone Wolf,
Yeah.
and it was Juggernaut. And every time someone became the Juggernaut, I'd say, "No, Juggernaut," but you were losing. So every time I said that, you were like, "Jim, shut the fuck up!" And then it got to the point where you were like so angry you hit me. Or something. I was like,
I remember we finished Halo 3 ODST on Legendary for the first time, and the achievement didn't pop.
for you,
The achievement didn't pop. I blamed it on you.
did you?
I remember this
We
actually.
had a big fight, and it ended by you punching me in the balls. How do you not remember that?
I kind of do. I kind of remember that.
You two were really violent when you were like too happy.
It was just like, find the nearest thing I can
Yeah.
unleash all of this pent up frustration into, and it just ended with me getting fucking smacked in the balls.
That went down like the opposite way to how it would usually go. You blamed me, so I was pissed off.
I blamed you, and I was like, what the fuck, Jim? What did you do?
That's such a you thing.
And you did nothing.
But that was the thing. If something happened, you always blame just someone. And it was mainly Jim.
That's something I don't do anymore, luckily. What do I?
No, you just kind of blame me for shit now.
That's because you're an easy scapegoat, and it usually is your fault. We were talking about it earlier, like, you know, when you're joking around normally, like, when you're being silly, like, for example, you're holding a bag of midget gems, say, and you just, like, as a joke, pretend to tip it out. Like a normal person would pretend.
Yeah.
And they'd stop before they actually tip it out. With James, he always goes that extra mile. He goes to the point.
He takes it to where it's not a joke, and he just actually did the thing. like earlier. Well, like he had the. Was it the bag of cookies or?
Yeah, the chocolate shortbreads.
No, you had the
It was the
when we were about to get the kebab.
Yeah,
You had
the chocolate
chocolate
buns.
buttons, and you just put the whole packet, or Argy's face in the whole packet. Like, he could just straight up eat those. And earlier, you just tipped the whole thing of cookies on me. Just like threw cookies on
yeah.
me. Like.
We're convinced that you have ADHD or something.
I don't know why I do it. It just kind of just goes into.
Can you
my
actually
head.
resist yourself? Yeah,
As soon
so there
as,
you go.
as soon as I get the idea, I just do it.
It's like that time he saw me standing by a river. He's standing by a river. I best push him in.
Didn't you land in like a pocket of?
It was like slippery. There was a little bit of a hill. So when he pushed me, I didn't fall in the river. I just slipped over and landed in stinging nettles.
Which is kind of funnier.
And I was like, James, why did you do that?
And my excuse was I was going to grab you.
Yeah, I was trying to push you into the river. It was the first thing you said. And I was like, yep, that's way better, isn't it?
And then did you do that thing where you're like, there's that really funny moment whenever like James would do something like that where he knew something was coming, something like revenge was coming. So like he'd start running,
Yeah.
and then he'd get chased. Just waiting for the beating.
Do you remember our first ever video, Chocolate Rain?
Oh yeah,
I've still got that video.
In that video, you smacked me on the head with your hat, I think. But it's got like a little
metal.
You know how
thing at the top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the metal thing, and that smacked me right in the head. So that really hurt. And in the video, I just really push you because that would fucking piss me off.
That was just like the entire like all of our like secondary school lives was just being dressed.
Well, what about that fucking time we're making Dubstep Parkour 2? And it was
worst day of all of our lives.
That was so bad.
It's the worst video ever made. It's the one video I don't have anymore.
Good.
Because it was so bad.
Because I actually deleted it off YouTube. It's the only video I've ever deleted.
Wow.
It was fucking bullshit.
But it was there was like a building site that we found.
Yeah. Well, it's where we used to walk Flossie.
Yeah, and it turned into a building site.
Mm-hmm.
And there were like all these massive, like,
Still
fence
gates,
pieces.
yeah.
These metal fence pieces in a big pile.
Well, it's like normal fences, but they weren't up.
They were just
They'd
laid
all
down
been
stacked.
They've been stacked, yeah.
And you're sat on it.
Oh yeah, I was sat on it on my fucking iPod, which
Which
we
was
filmed.
the first
we used to
film
record
the
stuff.
yeah.
Mhm.
It was like a third gen iPod with the camera.
It slipped out my pocket and through this like all these gates, not gates,
The
the
fences.
fences,
It's like right to the bottom.
right to the bottom, and
And they were fucking heavy.
they were
Yeah.
really heavy.
For us,
No, but
like,
then we had the great idea for a shot, having I think it was you two, I can't remember, lying.
That
On one-
was the first one.
Yeah. Oh, was it the
Mhm.
first Dubstep
That was
Parkour?
Dubstep
no,
Parkour 1.
that was the second one.
Was it?
No,
I feel
It
like
was the first one.
It was.
Because it was the small site.
The
Yeah.
actual proper one where there was like actual
Yeah.
like massive concrete.
Yeah,
shit.
so you lay on one of those fence things.
And then dropped another one on us.
It just landed on your head.
Yeah, I was
pole.
too high, and the actual like metal bar right on
that
the
was my
forehead.
fault though, because I like pushed it up really high and then it
Yeah.
fell on his
No, you were kicking it, weren't you? James was kicking it, and then it bonks it up, and then smack on my head.
God. And then there's always that thing, the moment you know where you fucked up, and you
Yeah.
know you can see, you look over at their face to see the expression, and if it's a certain expression, you know something's coming.
Yeah,
And it was his face every time, and it was that
Yeah.
same face.
I was always the target.
So, but you wouldn't hold back. You'd like charge in and get that swift revenge.
No, I remember we'd always do the pushing thing because of Red Dead, because that's what we do on Red Dead multiplayer.
You just walk around pushing people over. So
Yeah.
you literally just did that all the time.
So we just do that like to
Just
each other
walk
in
up
real
in
life.
school and just push you.
So this is quite a Ruben question, actually. He's got lots of angry stories
Oh yeah,
with being angry.
Mate, he fucking
Mm.
pulled that yogurt over that kid.
Yeah, defending James.
Yeah.
He threw a.
That was a
pot of
really
yogurt.
good one. That was so fucking funny.
That was so funny. What?
I don't think Ruben was even angry.
he was just like, "You're cunt."
he
He didn't really want that yogurt. and someone was being a cunt to James, who was just like,
He's in the best way though.
Because Ruben is so tall, and this kid was like
yeah,
this little
he's
pussy.
like my height.
Yeah, he was acting all like tough.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruben just threw yogurt on him and then drenched him in yogurt.
Yeah.
It was quite a big yogurt.
Yeah, it was like a proper pot.
It had like loads of bits in it and everything. It was just in case. And then fucking, he didn't do anything because like they just walked off.
Yeah, because he couldn't.
No, he
couldn't do anything
stuck around
really.
just covered in yogurt.
Did he?
Yeah, he was like still around us. They both like cooled off and just continued as normal. Apart from one kid was covered in yogurt.
Yeah, Ruben has very angry stories.
I think a few things have been broken. A few devices have been broken, like phones.
Oh
and
yeah, like me
controllers.
smashing doors and shit as well.
You probably
Yeah.
dude, that door with
The glass.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
closed
Alex would always lock me out by the fridge, and it was in winter and it was really cold, and you'd do it and our parents wouldn't see it and it would piss me off. So one time I snap and my arm flings to fucking
through the glass.
yeah. Well, it doesn't go through, does it? But it just hits it. I stop before my arm goes all the way through, but the whole thing just shatters and it's like,
it. Your dad got so pissed at that. I remember. He was fucking mad.
Think about everyone you know who has a brother or a sibling of the same gender.
Not me then.
Is it just like a thing that you just like battle all the time?
It
and fuck
depends
with
on
each
the
other?
age difference, I think.
I think Ruben and his brother, they've had a few tussles. Sorry.
But
I don't
not
think
the
it was
same way you two
like as
have.
constant as us though.
Yeah. I feel like it was like just a being bored thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if Ma and Pa took us to a place or something, you know, like took us to a family member's house,
Yeah. What else?
and
do
there
you
was like nothing to do, so it was like, I'm gonna tease you.
do? Yeah.
That's something I never experienced because I've got two sisters, so I've never had that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shit. All I did was if I had like a
Did they ever
brother-
tease you though?
Yeah, my older sister did. But that was the point where because I never had someone the same age, I just do the stupid shit to myself. So I just end
What?
up being a fucking idiot. Like running into a wall, smashing my head open on a radiator.
I've never, to my knowledge, broken anything in recent years, at least, out of anger. Like, you know, when you're a kid and you get angry and you like kick your Lego set or something, that's different to when you're, you know,
Actually,
That's
legal.
reminded me of another story, a human story. I had one of your Lego characters,
Yeah.
and he was on a skateboard, and I just like rolled him down the stairs, and you were like, Jim, what did you just throw down the stairs? And I was like, nothing, it was just a little thing. And then you go and get like one of my proper big things, and you're like, oh, down the stairs that goes. My proper fucking
Was it the plane?
no.
That
No.
plane I threw down the
No,
stairs.
at that point I was like 15 and whatever. But no, this thing you threw down, I was still young and like. Do you remember those weird? They were like mech things.
Oh yeah.
Barnacles.
Just one of those. You just lobbed it down the stairs.
I don't remember that one. And the only Lego story I remember was I was like building something that I just got, and you were building something like next to me or whatever, and you like were just kind of messing around with my one or something. You'd like toyed with something. You like put a piece where it shouldn't have been,
Right.
That's what you all do with Lego, isn't it? Like,
and then I was like, "That's it." So I like teased you to the point where you just completely smashed up the set that I was building. So then I could be like, "Now I can tell Mum."
Such a cunt.
But then I was genuinely upset at the same time because I was like, "I was building that."
Yeah.
So it seemed really genuine.
Yeah.
Just evil. Just terrible.
Older brothers are like that though.
I feel like it's almost par for the course. I would expect it if it was switched. I would expect it. You know.
To that extent though.
I don't know. We could have been way worse. You could have
Yeah, who
noogied me. could have
You're
dunked me.
going in the pit. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. It was a weird advert.
Fucking hell.
But I've never really broken anything. since I've been an adult.
How long have you been an adult? Though?
Out of rage.
Am I an adult?
What have you broken,
Technically, yeah.
like, out of
In the eyes
rage
of the law.
as an adult?
That's what I'm saying. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I internalize my anger normally.
Not healthy.
Not healthy at all.
Get a punching bag.
Until I until I climb to the top of a skyscraper and I just scream, "I hate everybody!"
When I get really angry at this point, I just start fucking being a dick. I just get really angry and just call everybody a cunt.
Yeah.
I'm that type. But if it gets to the point, if it's like I'm playing Xbox and I get angry, I just smash the controller.
Do you?
Yeah.
So how many controllers have you lost to being smashed?
Because I smashed one end of it against my glass table.
Yeah.
And it's always worked.
That's dangerous.
And then there's that.
Yeah.
It's like on the yoga mission. That's the day I smashed the GTA case.
Yeah.
I just against
Oh,
the
yeah.
wall,
Oh,
smashed
yeah.
it to pieces.
Oh yeah.
That's how angry I got that fucking part. I smashed the GTA case. There's a hole in my wall because of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like some type with me, for example. I've gotten really angry. It's usually from poorly designed video games. That I've got like super
Ubisoft
frustrated.
games.
Ubisoft games, yeah. But I'd never externalize it by doing something like smashing a controller. If I wanted to throw something violently, there would be that part of my mind that's like, look, I don't want to smash this because I've got no money. I don't want to have to buy a new thing. So I'm going to throw it into something I know it will be 100% fine. I'm going to throw it onto my bed. I'm going to throw it into the pillows. I'm going to throw it. I'm just not going to throw it without any tact. This is going to be sort of planned out.
What I did one time, I was really pissed off because my headphones got caught on a doorknob.
That is the most infuriating thing.
Really, because I was already kind of pissed off. I think I'd got home from like an early shift, a long one.
Yeah.
Super tired, kind of angry. Don't know why, but gets caught, fucking pissed off, and then there's that part of your brain that's like, okay, don't break anything
you care about,
worth money or that you care about. So go into my wardrobe, get a coat hanger, go to the banister, and fucking smash it. Just bits go everywhere, and then Mum walks through the door, and I'm running around clearing this all up so she doesn't see.
It's that stuff, like coat hangers are the perfect example because they're so just there, easy to smash.
It's so like
brittle. Yeah, brittle.
Yeah, so
you just smack it and it goes everywhere and it feels good.
You hit the nail on the head though with that. There is nothing more annoying than the headphones being caught on the doorknob.
Especially when you're already frustrated.
When you're like doing something.
But when you're angry about something like serious,
yeah,
and then something small happens, like that's always the trigger.
Yeah.
Like when my bank fucked me the other week.
Yeah.
I was generally pissed off, and then I couldn't find my headphones, and that's the thing I decided to get properly angry about.
Yeah. Ma and Pa are pretty good at doing that.
I'm pretty good at doing that. Like really bad.
Where's this thing?
Yeah.
This thing is the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, chill. It's like nothing. No, where is it? Where is it? When it's actually just something else. It's related to something else completely. Like stressed about work or something. It's like,
totally.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
No, Jesus Christ. Mum must be going straight up blind. she was like, where is my phone? Can somebody call my phone? I don't know where it is. And when she first said, where is my phone? It was there in front of her.
It's like jump to panic mode before.
Yeah. But she was looking around the whole room and I just walked up.
I've never had that lost phone problem because it's always in my pocket.
Yeah, I've never.
And when it's not, it's either charging, so I just go there and look. And if it's not, I've got like an iPad and you just open up the lost my phone up and you can just make a buzzer and it goes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
It's pretty fucking handy. Angrycast.
Yeah, but my frustration has been getting unbearable recently.
Really? Why is that?
Because I'll just have a hard day at work and then I'll play World of Tanks.
Bad choice. Don't play multiplayer.
Exactly, and I just fucking lose it. And I just go lose the fucking shit.
You could sort it out if you added one step in between. You guess what it was?
What?
Rubbing your rhubarb.
No, because
never rub another man's rhubarb.
No, because I'll get frustrated at that. I'll just get frustrated at that.
You'll get frustrated jonking your conkin.
If I'm in a bad mood, I can't do it.
Choking the chicken.
Yeah, because it doesn't relieve anything. Because it just makes me feel shit.
Anything.
It makes me feel shit about myself. Because I'm jerking off because I'm fucking frustrated. So it makes me relate that to the fucking frustration, and that doesn't help.
Yeah, but then when you nut the bust, then it's like...
Then it's no, but I'm just like fuck. I just get really angry when that happens, because that's happening.
That's fucking weird.
I know,
I
it's
do
weird.
not envy that
That
kind
is
of
weird.
behaviour.
But it's I don't know why I do it, but it kind of just happens. So I kind of just ignore the rhubarb when I'm frustrated.
So you can only do it when you're relaxed.
Yeah.
Not
'Cause
worried
then
about
you-
anything.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That is stupid.
I know it's just the way it is. Like, because when I'm frustrated, I'm like unbearably.
So they're like
just
one of the
a
only
twat.
things that can actually help for
A
certain.
natural,
Yeah.
like,
I get pissed. My brain just goes against.
can't
it
do.
completely. Yeah.
That was a good question,
I'm a
Circus
fucking-
Monkey.
thank you,
weird, though.
Marcus Stunky.
Yeah, we should got a good amount of content out of that.
Yeah, loads, like 30 minutes. When it turns into stories and things is when it's...
Gets good-o.
Yeah. Lemon Mobster. What fads/memes on YouTube do you hope will die out soon and why?
This is obvious.
Making exposed videos on Leafy?
No,
Making
First.
exposed videos full stop.
Yeah, just
first.
exposed videos.
It's just first.
Well,
But I
actually,
know
that's
it's
been
not
going
gonna
on
die.
forever.
The exposed videos won't stop because it's like a guaranteed...
Mm-hmm.
Million views.
Have I ever made an exposed video?
Not it's. They're not exposed anymore. It's
Would the Derek Savage thing count as exposing?
No.
No.
It's not like Derek Savage exposed.
It's not like he's not like a.
But it
huge
was still
name
drama
either.
though.
He's
He's
not,
not
like
a huge name, yeah.
Leafy or.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a drink. Do you want anything?
No, I'm good.
Jim, do you want anything?
If we have any coke left.
I'm pretty sure.
If not, a can of Peps.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, exposed videos, they're becoming more and more of a thing, like...
Since Leafy's making them a thing.
No,
really.
since Keemstar.
Oh,
Since that, and now...
he's Leafy makes the ones that are always parodied, like what does he call them?
The blank rant.
Yeah,
The Keemstar rant.
the something rant. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, rant.
This is why I hate just ever calling anything a rant. Like, I really try
Yeah.
to avoid using that word, because you're just associated with shit.
Yeah,
I'm a rant channel. Fuck off.
thank you.
It's a shame, because there's nothing wrong with rant. Everyone loves ranting and rants. But it's just, again, with the satire word, with a bunch of YouTube
Been
things.
poisoned by YouTube. Or
Yeah.
people on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
YouTube.
What about, like, memes and things that are popular at the moment? I'm surprised the fucking Harambe thing has lasted as long as it has. That was a delayed one.
Yeah,
too.
Harambe is fucking.
It's, like, not even funny, though.
No, I
Never
don't
was,
understand
really.
it. I don't.
I think it's just because the name is funny.
It's an unusual.
Yeah, but it wasn't
name.
funny until the meme.
No, it wasn't funny. I was very upset about that. There's a documented podcast where we didn't even know the name of the gorilla. We just referred to it as the gorilla. But now...
Gorilla is funnier than Harambe.
Yeah, I find the word gorilla extremely funny.
Gorilla is a funny word.
It's incredibly funny.
It's actually really funny.
A lot of the
Ooh.
ones are like... You can tell when a meme's just like, ugh.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them are funny. Like
Some-
this, I heard this one called Zubu. That was like a really clever one. Subscribe to I Hate Everything on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like memes.
I can't keep up with all the memes.
Neither.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say a meme, like a local, your meme. You know?
Yeah.
We have memes.
Yeah.
But they're just jokes.
I call them in
Yes.
jokes though. I prefer
Yeah,
using...
but that's what
That's what a meme
people
is.
call memes
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
In jokes are memes.
Yeah.
But the thing is with like memes like Harambe, they're not in jokes. They're in jokes, but there is no in. Everyone's in on it, so it's not an in joke. It's just a joke, but without it being an in joke, it's not funny.
It's just a bad joke.
It's not a joke though. It's
Yeah,
just a
exactly.
word.
If you if you make an in joke a joke, it's not funny, so it's not a joke.
What are we saying? What are we talking about? Zubu? Ooh. Oh, good lord. I just don't like when they stick around. I'm fine with them. I quite like that it's the Nut Shack one. Jim, camera.
But I didn't.
It's the Nut Shack. It is a meme.
No,
though.
the memes only get like unbearable when like it's been that distance between when it first happened and like normal people get it, like
Yeah.
BuzzFeed, because that's when it's dead by our standards, but they're starting to bring it up
Yeah.
again, and then it's just extended life for like 2 months,
Yeah.
and that's when it's
like.
like dead. It's like, fuck, I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, you're right about it. Depending on that delayed reaction, you're right with
Yeah, but even
when
then,
BuzzFeed gets it, and the title of the article is like,
This funny meme is epic.
yeah. 5 reasons Harambe is the funniest meme we've seen this week. Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And that's not even an exaggeration. That kind of stuff exists. I need to make a video on BuzzFeed, like real bad.
You do. It's been saying in the pipe for ages.
Yeah.
We just talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what song I hate?
What?
Love Shack.
The Nut Shack.
Love Shack. It's the Love Shack.
That's a great meme.
I kind of like that song. What the fuck? I've heard like
It's in The Simpsons, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
that's where I heard it.
It's the only person I know it from.
It was an okay episode though, wasn't it? That was when The Simpsons was good.
Yeah, but I don't like the song. It's
Oh
not.
no, he made it Glove Slap. Remember?
Is that
Yeah.
when he was doing all the
Glove
duels?
Slap. Yeah. That was a pretty good episode from what I remember.
Yeah, and then they go to like he tries to grow gummy bears. 'Cause he tries to become a farmer.
Jarling 98. Stupidest video idea you've ever come up with.
Dubstep Parkour too.
You reckon?
Yeah.
No, because
What normal people think of Tomska?
is that what the name of the video was?
Yeah.
What
Yes.
normal people think of Tomska.
Like when Tomska is actually kind of relevant.
We're gonna have to show these videos at some point.
No, we aren't.
No,
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
to.
Because I
Alex-
think they're really funny.
No, but they're
your
funny.
face is in them.
Oh yeah, after
After your facial.
Quick, get on BuzzFeed.
No,
I'll just edit like Harambe over me in it or something.
Because I still haven't come to terms with what I fucking did in those videos. None of you guys don't have many that big of a part that's like actually embarrassing.
Okay, one that has to come out there is the final fight. That's my
The
favorite.
Final Fight's a good one.
Yeah,
It was fucking bad because it literally changed in the fucking day when we did it.
yeah. It took us
started at, like, midday.
4 hours to record, so it went from day to
It
night.
took 4 hours to record like a 40-second video.
Well, I mean, we would have recorded a little bit.
And then
Sat
eating
around
Rolos for like...
Eating, yeah, Rolo. Because James did that thing as well.
What?
My name's James.
I got pooey bun.
I paid you in Rolos
Yeah,
to just say shit.
That's how desperate I was back then.
Rolo.
I ate those Rolos so quickly as well. It wasn't worth it.
I guess like every video idea on Jar Media is a little bit stupid.
There hasn't been a not stupid one.
The only thing that's not stupid and that is kind of straight-faced are the movie reviews. The thoughts on. That's like it. Have we ever had a podcast that has been serious the whole way through?
Maybe one when I wasn't here.
No, because they're stupid.
No, because I think no matter what the combo is, one of us is being triggered by someone.
We're just the worst.
Everyone has a trigger.
We're just the worst one. Right here. Me and him, worst pairing.
Yeah. Jim triggers me. Those two trigger each other.
I'm often triggered by James.
Yeah.
I'm always
And I think Ruben's triggered by me.
I think Ruben's triggered by everyone. But like in the opposite way to we're triggered by each other.
Some of these questions are really random.
XD.
Ooh.
Some love advice here.
Oh god. I'm totally
PG.
don't need that.
Wait, he wants some advice.
If you wanted to ask a girl out, how would you do it?
What's his name?
Pichu?
Pichu.
First, take your
Pichu.
Pokemon cosplay off.
Yep. Just drop all the Pokemon stuff right away.
Yeah. Unless it's Pokemon Go and you're a Pokemon goer. I don't know if I've told the Pokemon Go story on the cast before. I can't remember
I don't know about.
when it
story?
came out. When I was walking...
Is it in the field?
No.
It wasn't the sex one.
No, I did a blab about that.
Oh yeah.
I was walking Argy through town or whatever.
With Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go had just come out and some kid was like down by the river playing Pokemon Go with his buds, and someone else up there like on the other side of the river walked past. I was like, "Oh, you playing Pokemon Go?" Or the kid, sorry, by the river screamed up at the other guys.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Yeah." And the kid was like, he just put his thumb up and went, "Pokemon Goer." and I wanted
I remember you telling me that.
I wanted to collapse onto my knees and just scream. It was like too perfect. One of those moments that I just happened to be in the middle of.
The thing is, the person up there would have been like,
He didn't though. He was like, "Have you caught blank?" And the other kid was like, "No." He was like, "Well, we've caught one of these."
wait,
like,
so they were both like kids then?
they weren't even like the kid who said Pokemon Goer with his thumb up was pretty young.
Yeah,
Probably like
you'd
year
expect
7,
from saying that
13 years old or something. But the other kid looked older. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just tall. I don't know.
I mean, I don't have a problem with people playing it. It's just like,
It's just I don't want to hear Pokemon Goer.
yeah, you had an ER on there, and
I mean,
I'm
I
out of
like
there.
the name. I like the word. I'm very attached to the Pokemon Goer thing. Like now
well,
you
now
don't really see it much anymore. People Pokemon going around town, but
No.
no.
when it was a big thing,
It died pretty fast.
I would point at people and say, "That's Pokemon Goer."
You
Yeah.
can just tell.
So
Back to the question.
if you wanted to ask a girl out, what would you do? It's not enough information. Really. It's contextual, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll share
Okay,
how
no,
I did
let's
it.
No, let's
You
say
just send a hentai through Facebook.
well, that's one way of doing it. That's one way to not do it.
It worked for me.
Let's say, for example, who's a person?
James.
James. Let's say James was a girl. On this very show.
Very into hentai.
Yep.
So you already know
Imagine
that,
James with massive titties. And all the other things that girls have. I don't really know.
They don't have penises.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're just smooth down there, or what?
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, like, there's a reason we have the man spread and they can just close their legs. There's nothing down there. Right?
Maybe.
Man spreading is very real.
Maybe God.
But okay, let's say for example, I'm asking James out.
Yes.
James.
I thought I was supposed to be the woman.
Yeah, no, I'm doing the thing where I'm like trying to be cute and embarrassed. React as if you're like a MILF or whatever. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Hey James,
Hey.
you're looking pretty today.
Thank you.
I hope your boyfriend says that you're really pretty all the time.
Don't know how to respond to that.
No, you're supposed to say, "Oh, I don't have a boyfriend."
Oh, I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh, really? Well, well, I got 2 tickets to the new movie. Want to go with me?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you a rim job. Jim?
And that's how you do it properly.
If you do exactly that, if it doesn't go exactly to
Yeah,
to that point, just
if
give
their
up.
reply is like a word different,
Just
Go
go.
give up.
just fucking run.
Just bend over, goatsy, release your fart spray, and just fucking go for it, mate.
Like a cat. Just fucking run away.
I like to think there's one person out there who genuinely believes that advice. He goes around just like he just goes to a city.
Well, I mean, if someone's fucking asking us questions about this shit, the JARCAST, the yogs, they're asking the yogs for fucking...
Hey, we can give
There's your
Bruce
first
honest
problem.
advice.
You've gone to us.
now you two do it.
Hey, I'm pretty good at life advice. Generally, I am.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you've got problems, come to James. He'll fix all your problems. He can't fix his own, though.
Now you two do it.
Who's the MILF?
Do you want to be the MILF, Jim?
No.
Well, you're the one who like has the great advice. Jim, you're the MILF.
No, I've got great advice
Okay,
in life. not
ask
in
out
just
Jim.
I'm not going to ask out nobody.
Okay, you're the MILF. Jim, ask the MILF out. James, you're the MILF hunter though.
Yes, I'm the MILF hunter.
Okay, Jim, go ahead.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up? It's all good, fam. How you doing?
You thirsty for some dick?
Yeah, all the time.
Whoa. Okay, ignore my advice. That's how you do it. Don't do that. Might get arrested.
No, do that.
Yeah.
Actual
long as
not
them-
advice.
as long
Don't
as-
do that.
As long as,
you raping me?
as long as the actual
As long as
MILFs
they
will be
don't have
good.
coloured hair,
Yeah.
then you're good.
If they look like No, I'm not going to go there. Someone did reply to that question with, God, check your privilege. They're all gay.
I am humongous.
I knew that was going to be a humongous joke. I just don't want to be
Mr. Zesty _ How would you rule Jar if it were a country? Makes no sense. We're not even going to answer that.
No, I'm gonna
obviously
answer
it'll be
that.
a communist country.
You're supposed to do that thing where you're like,
Yeah, I forgot
I
about
would,
that rule. I answer it and then you have to guess the question.
yeah.
Yeah, wee.
Yeah, but that one's too weird. You never would have got that.
No, well, what would your answer be?
If I had to rule Jar as a country,
Mhm.
bracket blue.
That's a good one.
Hello, fellow delegates. Hello, fellow delegates.
Should I dye my hair?
Yeah. Just do a couple of streaks.
What colour?
Rainbow it. Max Landis it.
Green with a bit of blue.
Can you, like, get an electric bolt in there? And get a spike. Just one solitary unicorn spike.
A spike with a bolt.
Yeah.
And I'll get a tattoo of Harry Potter's scar.
Yeah.
How fucking sweet would that be?
And you can cosplay as Flash for Halloween. He's got
the reverse Flash.
Alex, don't spoil the Halloween video. God.
the hairy Latino. Not racist.
Not racist.
Not wasted.
Question for everyone except Alex. Paint us a picture. If you had to describe Alex's appearance as a mix between any two characters from anything, human or not, who would they be?
God, I've got to think of characters now.
That with that.
The Hey Arnold rugby head and the plaid from the other one.
No, I'd say you're a mix between those two.
That Hey Arnold thing is like the funniest shit.
It's so weird, isn't it?
It's like the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
If the heights of those two were reversed,
Yeah.
it would be spot on.
Who? I don't. That's Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
That's Alex. Who's out there? Is that supposed to be me?
Yeah,
And that's.
that's me. He's wearing a hat and he's got a fucking.
We
gross
never
ass
noticed
hair.
it until someone just sent it.
It's
to
so
say.
good. It's the Ruben with the Marge hair that gets Yeah, so can you think of any characters from I bet you can't.
I can't think of any characters off my head now.
BJ Blazkowicz
Mm.
mixed.
Ah, yeah, I see it.
That's from Wolfenstein the New Order.
Yeah.
Well,
And
any
the Old Blood.
Wolfenstein.
I don't know, does he look the same in all of them? I don't
Wait,
know.
he just looks like a fucking cube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuboid. Cube.
Cubey!
G-lie, B-lie.
Blazkowicz.
But Blazkowicz and Aiden Pierce.
Aiden Pierce. Here we're money. Welcome to the
That's not-
JARCAST.
That's Adam Jensen.
Is that?
Yeah.
What was Aiden Pierce more whispery? Here we're money.
No, he was just nothing.
He's-
No, I'm just thinking of someone like slimmer than BJ Blazkowicz.
No one.
Blonde. What's his name?
A lot of blonde actors. TBH.
Yeah,
I'm not
there's a lot-
thinking of actors. They said
Characters. You know,
Some-
actors play characters.
Yeah, but it's unfair to just use an actor because Brad Pitt has the same face no matter what role he plays.
No,
Yeah.
not true. He played a prawn in Happy Feet 2.
I'd have eaten
Okay,
that.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
Is it Wood or Woods?
Wood?
Elijah Woods.
Elijah Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, that's you.
Really?
Those two put together.
I'm none.
BJ Blazkowicz and Frodo then. Samwise the Brave.
Ganji.
Samwise I can appreciate. The fat tubby face.
Yeah, Sam and BJ put them together. That's you.
Sort of in between.
Kind of nowhere in between.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm on no scale, so it's impossible.
This guy's got a really good Reddit name.
Oh, great.
Let me hear it.
How do you say Guillermo?
What?
Like it's written.
Oh,
How do you say Guillermo?
That's pretty
Because
cool.
Guillermo is quite a difficult. Like when you see
It's
it
like a
written.
weird spelling.
Yeah. Talk about the burden of growing up with an ignorant / stupid family. I'm reading this book about how your family fucks you up. and one of the subjects is just a weird end to the question.
Talk about the burden of having a dumb family.
Yeah.
Is that implying we all have dumb families?
No.
Yeah, that's how I'm taking it.
No. I think they mean, for example, say you grew up, your parents were Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons or something. Not necessarily making this religious.
You're making them dumb.
Maybe just
Dumb.
like extreme, gun nuts or something.
Right.
Just extreme behavior normally, or like your dad like just is incredibly homophobic or something, something like that. I guess that can be a burden. It's if you're self-aware or not is what it comes down to.
Well, and it depends how like open to indoctrination you are.
Yeah, but then how could you? If both of your parents think a thing, whether it's wrong or not, and they just constantly tell you it every day, why would you not believe it?
Well, like you get these kids in America that have to come out as atheist to their parents.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
And they just like,
I guess it depends how isolated you are as well.
Yeah, whereabouts you are, what your family traditionally believes in. Like
Yeah.
in the UK, it's not really. I mean, it's still there, obviously, things like that. Not quite as extreme, though. I don't like to think like there aren't whole states or big places quite to the extent of maybe somewhere in America where it is,
Like a religious.
I don't want to say
atheist.
yeah. I don't want to say indoctrination or whatever.
It is though.
I suppose, yeah. It's just the problem comes down to like there are plenty of very healthy, normal, religious families, or whatever, that can accept if their kid is an atheist or not.
Yeah, but like, you don't really give them a chance if you bring them up.
Yeah, it's just a different mindset. Like if you're,
But I mean, if you were a kid being indoctrinated or being brought up as a Christian,
yeah,
this whole time, you're gonna do the same when you have kids.
unless you're challenged at the right point by the right
Yeah.
person and you question it yourself. And if you don't sort of accept the questioning and you just ignore it and don't try and find the answers for yourself, then you will just continue the cycle.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we were never like told to do either.
yeah, our parents were very liberal in terms of, I don't know what yours were like,
Like,
James.
we
What do you
prayed
mean
it.
in terms of what,
Like religion and
Do
stuff.
they care what religion, like, race?
I can say this: religion was never part of my life until I was at least 16. Never even mentioned. Never knew about it.
Well,
Yeah.
we
Pension-
in
pension
Finamore we had to like pray and stuff.
Yeah, but it
I
was
didn't,
just like an annoyance, though.
Yeah.
The way I always thought of it is like Santa.
Really?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like, he's like a fictional character. I remember like when we were doing the prayer, we all had to put our hands together and
Mm-hmm.
look down or whatever.
Never had to do that.
We did. We were in our school.
I never did that though. I also verbally didn't do it.
Well, anyway, we looked back. I closed my eyes and imagined this shit. And
I changed the lyrics to all be about Spider-Man.
you mean the songs, not the prayers?
Drop.
Do you not remember
Drop in the ocean.
Oh God,
that
it's not even a
that
religious
was the
song,
best
is it?
No, it's not.
No, it's just a
Surely
edgy song.
that song, "Drop in the Ocean," is about being part of something you have no control over.
Yeah.
Kind of. If you're just,
God, I hear it in
you're
my
just
head.
saying, "I'm just a
Ooh.
drop in the ocean. Nothing matters. I might as well just go along with whatever you're presenting me." That's basically what the song's about, right?
I'm trying to
that
think of the
song
lyrics.
was my favourite.
Yeah, it's the best song that we had.
I suppose that's one way to interpret it. You could interpret it differently.
It was the whole drop, and then it was like the whole upbeat part that was like singing.
It's an ever-changing tide.
Mhm.
I can touch every shore. Join together. It's the song about, I guess, working together,
I don't know what it.
all believing the same thing.
I'd have to look at the lyrics again. But
'Cause
anyway, the prayers, I'd think of these like characters, like God and the devil. I wouldn't listen to the actual prayer.
Mm.
But Yeah, it just, as you become more aware of this shit and actually start thinking about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
At least for me, I was talking to my mum about it the other day, and I was just thinking, like, how on earth did some of these people still believe this?
Mm-hmm. It's
Like, the weirdest thing to me is that if a Christian in America,
yeah.
if they were born in India,
Mm-hmm.
they'd probably be a Hindu.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, how can you say which is right when the only thing that
Changes your
decides
judgment,
is,
like your
is
belief.
where you're born
Yeah.
or whose children you are?
Yeah. And it's always it's like this lack of wanting to be challenged on anything,
Mm-hmm.
like acceptance.
Well, I'm
'cause-
sure a lot of the Christians that they just don't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's how it is.
Yeah,
and when you're challenged on it, I guess for them it's just like, oh, they just.
Yeah, but I doubt they would be challenged very often.
I guess it depends
Like,
where you are in the world.
Like, if you wouldn't go looking for debates and stuff.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm just talking about, like, random people.
I suppose if you grew up in a Christian state, surrounded by Christian families, go to a Christian school,
Mm-hmm.
everything is like Christian or religious or whatever, then why would you ever question it, I suppose?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, because obviously you've got in America, you've got the states that can be Christian, and then you've got places like Mexico, Brazil, where it's just Catholic, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
The whole country is that.
Yeah.
So it is just normal there, so it's like less normal for someone to be
Yeah.
atheist. Same in Portugal and all those sort of
Yeah.
Latin countries.
It's yeah. I like the idea of being challenged about things I think, though.
Mm.
I like being proven wrong to the point where I actually change how I feel about something.
Yeah.
People feel like they have to be stone set
Mm-hmm.
in ways.
On the way they think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that just makes you come across like you're ignorant and an
Yeah.
asshole if you don't want to adjust, because when you think about things, really, how do you learn about the world? It's through school, and it's through talking to people.
Yeah.
Like your parents tell you a lot of things. When you're growing up, especially, you trust like basically everything your parents say, even if they're wrong. So think about the minute amount of information you really do absorb in that time. So then take someone who's like, say for example, lived and grew up in England here. Take that life experience and compare it to someone in fucking Russia or something.
Yeah.
Think about where the differences would be in the upbringing and the people they talk to, the culture, and then think about what they've learned compared to the other person, and where the crossover is, and what could be learnt from looking at the other side of it. It just makes no sense to me. You're raised a
Mhm.
certain way in this minute, closed-minded way. It's not always necessarily closed-minded, but you know what I mean. And then just saying, yeah, whatever. I'm just happy
Yeah.
with this. Then I don't want to question it. It's just a mindset. It is a mindset. I'm never happy with the amount of information I guess I know.
Yeah, well, it's like you've already decided whether you're going to believe them or not, or not necessarily believe, but
Yeah.
accept what they're saying.
Yeah. Like, I would happily believe any of these people if they could convince me to believe it.
Yeah.
But the arguments are always the same.
Yeah.
And wrong.
And for me, I just can't accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine if you can, for you. But
Yeah,
it just seems
What-
like something from a science fiction novel to me.
when I was still at school, in sixth form, I heard a girl say, I heard a good point today that converted me to a Christian. I was thinking,
It's a bit, ugh.
oh, let's hear this then. And she said, the guy she was talking to about religion said, if God doesn't exist, you die, nothing happens. And if you believed in him or not, it doesn't matter. But if he does exist, if you didn't believe in him, you burn in hell.
I just think
If you do believe in him, you don't. So there's like...
I just think people, they're either too stupid or they don't want to accept that, like, objectively, you're not like this important thing that was chosen, you know?
Mm.
it's almost like this arrogance to assume that your life is like worth
something to go to heaven.
I still think like I don't think life is meaningless. You know, you kind of make of it what you will, but it's not this like it doesn't have a divine meaning, because it's just life. It's just
because
this.
we're the only species that have been capable to
Be self-aware.
comprehend the fact that
We have comprehended the
exist.
cycle that we're a part of,
mm-hmm.
and the ever-changing cycle that we're constantly adjusting around being the dominant creature on the planet. But man, it just seems so obvious to me. I don't have a moment where it was like, oh yeah, like I sort of believe this stuff, but after hearing that, now I don't.
Yeah.
It's just a mindset. It's the way you're raised, the things you've been around. Despite going to a Christian school, like it had no bearing on actually believing any of it. But if we had really religious parents, it might have been more of a battle.
That's the thing. Like,
Not a battle, but like a different experience.
if both our parents were like Catholic,
Mm-hmm.
we probably would be.
But then Dad was raised Catholic. He was raised Catholic and he had to go to church, but he doesn't believe it at all.
He makes the jokes that he does.
Yeah.
He jokes about it because he goofs and gasps about everything. But
But I mean, was he raised Catholic?
yeah, I think so. Like supreme Catholic. Like I'm pretty sure Grandma on that side was super Catholic.
Yeah.
You know, 4 kids, church every Sunday.
But whereas our mum, her dad was like, he's always been
He's the
like
scientist.
anti-religious.
Yeah, he's like the complete opposite side where he like despises religion
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Like I don't really like religion, but
There's a lot it has to answer for.
Mm.
yeah. But then at the same time, you can't completely write it off in its current state because it is so important to history in the world.
Yeah.
It would be naive to just like say, I wish religion was just gone tomorrow, because that
Well,
wouldn't get rid of all problems. You know.
I would get rid of a lot though. Like, I think the best way things could have gone is if either everyone had the same religion or if there was none. Because the fact that, what if you look at why these extremist Muslims do this stuff, it's because people don't believe it or or they believe something else. If everyone was a Muslim or if there were no religions, what would you be an extremist about?
No, but though, there's that really good South Park about it where everyone in the world's an atheist and they're warring over what the name to call their atheist group is. Like, it's a really good point.
Oh
where
yeah,
there'll always
that's
be
like the future one, isn't it?
Yeah,
There'll always
Yeah.
be conflict no matter what.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but
I feel just like the divide between how diverse people are, from stupid to genius, is just too wide to ever be civil.
But I
there's
mean,
no
there's
such thing as
something
it.
attracting like these the people can unite under this insane thing where they want to hurt other people without religion or a name. Like, how are these people going to meet and want to do this stuff? How are you going to meet like-minded people if you don't have a religion to unite under?
Yeah. I just feel like, first off, it's one of those things, it can't happen overnight.
No.
Look at the landscape of the planet. It can't. You can't just go around being like the super atheist. You're an idiot. You're a dumb idiot. How dare you believe in the gods? You have to be a bit more. It's just a patience thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Like, look how, just in the space of 100 years, how different the landscape is in terms of.
Yeah,
what people
absolutely.
believe.
I mean, this is from playing Mafia, but like racism.
Yeah.
Looking at how things are now, because it's based in 1968 or whatever. But
Well, it was like that. Shit's happening,
racism was fucking atrocious in America back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, wait, our mum was alive at that point
I know.
in time.
It's weird to think, isn't
and
it?
that's fucking weird to think that in someone's lifetime it's gone from being this
That.
huge thing where they're
Slave.
throwing around M-words and
Yeah.
restricting
people.
these black people and assassinating.
Powerful
Dude,
people.
It hasn't even been 100 years since World War II.
Yeah.
It's only been 100 years since World War One.
I know.
That's
And 100 years isn't even a long time at all.
It's fucked up
In the grand
think
scheme
about
of things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but looking at it, how much has changed in terms of at least racism.
Yeah.
in terms of sexism and like homophobia as well.
Yeah.
Like it's gotten so much better considerably
Yeah,
quickly as well.
And that's not to say that it's eradicated or whatever.
No, of course.
Obviously.
Because you can't.
It's just, like, with things like that, you have to really explain it to the people, because people will like, well, blah, 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 blah. I'm genuinely curious to anyone out there who listens or is this far in. If you are religious, if you could just say in the comments. I have no problem with anyone being religious. I'm just curious, you know. I've never like managed to get into a proper like argument or debate with anyone.
Especially like where we live as well.
Yeah. It's very, very rare to see anyone, and
I'd like to just have a chilled out conversation.
Yeah, it gets hostile so quickly. You can't.
I just want to understand.
Yeah, you can't do it over YouTube.
And yeah, you can't definitely watch these videos, and you've already got
extreme.
You've already got someone you're on the side of as well.
Yeah,
of YouTube. Yeah.
Well, now and again, like say I'm walking argue or something, and I'll start talking to some random old lady who mentions something to do with religion. Like, I'm not gonna be like, why do you believe in that?
Yeah, no, it's like,
you know, it feels rude to me.
No, it would be like if you had a friend that was religious and you just want to talk about it.
But then it's just such a different personality that we'd never. You have to be in a certain like landscape, like a university or something, in a school.
I don't think Christians are all that like rare.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they are.
The thing is, it's not like a thing you can just tell by looking at someone there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they could be a Christian and never say.
I've thought about just going into a church and talking to like a priest about it, see what they say.
The priests would be the best ones because they're so like just calm about it.
Yeah, they're usually pretty chill, aren't they?
And they will just talk to you about it, and most of the time they'll be respectful.
Well, they must be fucking primed and prepared for it by now. Like,
I wonder if they get any assholes going in. Wearing
a
trench coat and dyed black hair.
Yeah, they probably would. There's probably people who just want to go out their way to be like, "Oh, God don't exist," because that's the way people are. Some people, like a very small minority. But yeah, talking to a priest about it would be the best way to go about that. Yeah, because most of the time they're just open about shit.
Well, they have to, don't they? I suppose their job, as it were, is to convince people as to why their religion is important, and to why to keep believing it, even through any doubts you might have.
And then you know, obviously you've talked about this just before about like on the talk shows. You said on YouTube they have like debates between like a smart scientist and like a crazy, like pretty much crazy like Christian,
like a radical Christian.
Yeah, and it's just like it presents like a poor image of those type of people. Yeah, when there's like a priest who can debate properly with the scientist and be like reasonable about it.
That's the problem though with the debate setting, with a big audience of people who all have their own agenda and side to it, where it gets heated super fast, nearly always. Yeah. Look at Richard Dawkins, you know.
He gets pretty pissed.
He gets pissed. And like you can understand it, but at the same time it's only making the Christians like angrier. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just so the people who already agree with him can nod their heads. Like I don't know how many people he's converted, you know, as it were.
Atheism's a religion in itself.
I'm sure he's changed the minds of some people, but you're just not going to change the mind of anyone who's radical in anything. Because it always boils down to those same base arguments where they just flip it back round to, if you say a valid point, they'll just be like, well, what about opposite of what you just said? And it's like, well, you're just not even listening at this point. You don't even want to even accept the possibility that you could think a different way. Yeah. It's just like a people problem. It's not even...
Yeah, it's weird. It's like... And I watched a Stephen Fry one. Yeah. Stephen Fry and Christopher Hitchens, I think his name. Yeah. And they had like a priest or something talking. And something that he kept saying is like how much money they've donated to charity or something. Yeah. But like, why do these people need to be religious to donate to charity? Yeah. Like,
I've seen that be an argument a lot of the time. The charity argument is always, no matter what it is, religion or not, is always this YouTube is good because they give to charity. Yeah. That means you can't criticize them for anything because they give money to charity.
But like, especially when the reason you're giving
Tax deductible charity.
it makes something selfless, something that should be selfless. It makes it almost selfish when you do it because you're a Christian or a Muslim or whatever, because you're doing a good thing to make it better for you.
Mm-hmm. It's that thing though. Of plenty of Christians are like some of the most friendly people you'll ever meet, who do really selfless things in the name of Christianity, I guess, which I guess there's no harm in. But the problem is the spectrum is so vast. With you have the God hates fags people all the way over to the the lovely normal people. Yeah, and I just think it's a people problem. Like, they're just assholes exist. Fucking idiots exist. Morons exist.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, assholes want to meet other assholes so they can become a larger, more powerful asshole.
And just shit all over everyone.
Like, that's essentially like what ISIS is. They convert these people into radical believers so they can commit atrocities.
Yeah.
In my opinion, when it comes to religion,
Hey, we actually did what we said we were going to.
We were fucking joking about.
Yeah.
When it comes to religion, if I were to bring up a kid, I would honestly do both sides. I tell them about Christianity, but I'd also tell them the opposite and let them decide what they want to do with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you should be biased towards any of them, because it should be the kid's choice if they want to believe that stuff or not. That's what I think. If you tell them the atheist stuff, space stuff, or you just tell them about the religion, see what they do. Yeah. Best choice for them. That's what I think.
You're going to have a daughter and she's going to be called Lisa Simpson.
She's going to be is she a Buddhist?
Yeah.
She's going to be a Buddhist.
And
I don't see anything wrong with Buddhism, to be honest.
Right.
Seems better than the West.
We're running down here. We'll just do a quick lightning round.
Before we poo.
Exactly. Before we poo. I've been very good on the potty humour, James.
Huh?
You have to bring it down.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Least favourite smell of the countryside?
Cow shit.
Oh, no. Definitely not. Diesel. No, not diesel. Not even that.
Of the countryside?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say diesel is a countryside smell.
Well, tractors. Range Rovers.
The really gross smell of people just slamming it by the river.
No.
Roses.
There's a smell. It's like a fertilizer smell, and it doesn't really smell that nice.
Okay, next one.
Have you ever been robbed/burgled?
Nope.
Yes.
Really? When?
I got on bike tonight, didn't I?
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
You did.
That one day we didn't lock it up, it got stolen.
You were the only one who didn't lock yours up as well.
It was
fine.
That was crazy as well.
Because
didn't you jam it in between?
Yeah, it was in between two bikes.
It was like your bike first. You locked it to there. Jim locked his bike to like the wall as well. But my bike was in the middle, so it looked like it'd been locked up.
Yeah.
But they went to the bikes and just fiddled with it, and then just nicked my bike.
Yeah, I don't know how. They must have been there a while, like getting that bike out.
We asked some people who were like sat over on the thing,
and they're like, "Yeah, they just walked over and just walked off with the bike."
Yeah.
I was just like, "Okay." It was a shit bike anyway. To be fair.
Shit. You had a bike snap in half on you once as well.
Literally just
snapped.
Straight
Literally
enough.
fucking snapped in half.
Yeah, that was on the way to school, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a year 7, so that was an early one.
That wasn't even Halford's bike as well.
Favorite FPS?
One of the Bioshock or Bioshock Infinite.
I'll say.
I'm obviously going to be very generic.
What did you say?
I'm going to be very generic.
Which one did you say?
You can pretty much tell what I'm going to say.
Modern Warfare 2?
Yep.
Modern Warfare 2?
Can't. I was too much of a
Halo
fag on
Reach.
that.
Good choice.
That's my one. I prefer third-person shooters anyway.
On the subject of third-person shooters, Gears of War comes out Tuesday.
Like, Bioshock couldn't have worked third person.
Definitely not, no.
No. I mean, I'm just saying, like...
in terms of immersive and, like, atmospheric...
I like Dead Space, Gears of War,
Bioshock
Last of Us. That's different topic.
Uncharted.
Bioshock, probably.
Do you believe in any conspiracy theories?
Obviously 9/11.
Was that thing true about, like, one of Kennedy's, like, someone that was like the president's guard dude. What do they call him? Like the Secret Service or some shit.
Yeah.
Like
bodyguard.
one of the bodyguards for
Kennedy.
was on his deathbed, and he said like as he was dying, someone from my team killed Kennedy, and then he died.
I don't know. That's one of the,
some shit like
that's
that.
one of the biggest mysteries. Isn't
Yeah.
it, of
Because that is weird.
There's
That is
just a
fucking
load of
weird
shit
how-
around like stuff like that. Because there's like the babushka lady.
What?
There was just a lady who was photographed in that picture and never been seen since. Like,
I
at
thought
all.
Magneto did it anyway.
He was
It's
trying
fucking
to save Kennedy. Kennedy was one of them.
Oh shit.
There's just so much weird shit where it's just like to the point where there's never going to be any knowledge of it because there's so much like warped conspiracies about those events. There's never going to ever be any truth to any of it.
People don't actually know why he was murdered, though, do they? Why Kennedy was murdered.
Who
No.
knows?
It was kind of just like a peak of the Cold War type thing.
People think it's racism because he was like anti-racism.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
And
with
a lot of
Russia as well.
racists were
Do
Because
you think
of,
Trump will get assassinated if he gets in?
no,
No,
No.
I don't think.
I don't think we should go into American politics. I think we should
If that happens, there'd be fucking hell to pay.
Mm. We've already done that one. Have you ever used jelly bath?
No.
Next,
The answer's yes.
I swear we've talked about this.
We have actually.
That's probably why they asked it.
There are loads of questions that have a 0 point rating. Someone has gone through and arrowed down all of them.
Much of a lightning round, is it?
Yes, because none of them are like quick questions.
Just choose one more. Just one of any.
Okay.
Ooh, boyo.
Okay, favorite films when you were younger. That's from the real Bob the Builder, who asks like 25 questions every time.
The Thomas Tank Engine movie with Lady.
I've got to say, when you're younger, what years are we, what like age gap are we talking about? Like,
Who cares?
Under 10,
Before
probably.
critical capability.
The Iron
no,
Giant.
but I was always a fucking
Toy
weirdo.
Story.
I didn't really watch kids' films. I instead watched Black Hawk Down. That was one of my like early childhood like fucking movies I liked.
What are we talking, like 8?
I don't know.
Predator. RoboCop.
No, because I don't know why my childhood memories was like Terminator. I
No.
was watching those type of movies. It was never like Lethal Weapon. It was never like childhood movies. It was just 80s movies.
Yeah. 80s was
Aliens.
Am I odd?
Aliens more.
Or you guys were the same? Or am I just
I watched all
fucking?
the 80s. 80s.
It's weird how Dad like.
They were so strict for ages, and then they're
Well-
just like, whatever.
Well, no, they got more strict as I got older.
Yeah.
Because like I was watching RoboCop, which is one of the most violent movies I've probably ever seen.
Yeah.
They let me watch that when I was really young, but then I didn't watch The Thing until I was 16.
Really.
Yeah, I mean they didn't stop me from watching it when I was say 14, but
It's just
when
pick
I
and
was
choose
younger than
parenting,
14.
I suppose.
Well, I think it's because you probably found the RoboCop video and just put it on
Yeah.
without them knowing, and I was just sat there watching it.
Is that why you shot up that guy just to pieces?
Yeah.
I was going to say something.
Pew, pew,
but I
pew.
forgot.
We're gonna say.
It was a really, really amazing thing I was going to say as well. God, it was so fucking great.
Was it that?
Yeah, it was that. It's going to bug me now.
Did you know I'm actually really tired? My eyes are sore.
Oh, baby.
Don't. Oh, baby, me. I'm really like knackered.
Yeah.
I've had an emotional day. I got
Okay.
really frustrated at World of Tanks. Can someone
Yeah.
please stop me from playing that game?
That's it. We've got to end it, guys. It's been a rough day for James.
It's been a rough day for James.
He's been really struggling through this time.
He's been struggling through World War II.
Mm.
I remember what I was going to say.
Go on.
Okay.
80s best decade of movies.
You think?
Let's
Yeah.
have a- yeah.
Yeah.
There was quite a few good movies
Yep.
during the 80s. There was
For sure.
Was Alien like 79?
Yeah. So that doesn't count.
Aliens was 80s.
Aliens was 80s.
Aliens.
Terminator 2.
Terminator
Robocop.
1.
Empire Strikes
Was
Back.
Terminator 1 70s?
The Thing. Terminator 2 is
The
definitely
Thing is
80s.
probably my favourite horror movie.
Mhm.
My favourite horror
Very.
movie is that really generic one called Scary Movie 6, Scene 7.
I think there's a reason there's this resurgence of 80s shit.
Mhm.
Do you know what I
Because
mean?
it was actually good.
Yeah. But just really, it's one of the most stylish, standout
Decade.
decades to me.
those
Well, I
computer
dunno.
scenes.
Because after the 80s, it kind of just went. Right, the 90s is just kind of bent,
Yeah.
and the early 2000s was just kind of bent.
There were some good
The
movies.
90s actually had some really good movies.
But yeah, the 90s has super good movies. I meant just like in terms of
In terms of,
style.
yeah, being able to say that is a decade movie.
Yeah, yeah. It was more just that's just a really good movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, what wasn't Fight Club the 90s?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why it's got a couple bits of bad CG.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
That
you
was
wouldn't
late
look at it and
90s.
say, "No, that's the 90s."
Exactly, yeah. But whereas
But-
you can look at like Terminator 2 is a very 80s
Yeah.
film, things like that.
Even with The Thing, it's like,
Well, the score and everything, some of
Yeah.
the synth stuff. Yeah, definitely.
it's fucking gross, that movie.
Never seen it.
It's fantastic, though.
It's really good.
Yeah. So I think that's why now when you're in a point where you have no like character, you kind of reach back into the things that have the most
Mhm.
character. Like look at Stranger Things, it's just like every 80s property does the one thing, and people love it.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
It's because we're going back, baby.
But
We're
like,
going back.
before the 90s, all the decades seemed to have like a thing.
Yeah, like a really standout thing.
Well, like, to me, mostly the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. But then I remember seeing a picture. Someone had drawn a woman and man in each decade
Yeah.
with very distinct outfits that were just like, yep, that's that decade, that's that
Yeah.
decade, that's that
It
decade.
was like 80s, like the swim stuff with the...
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it got to 2000s and it was just like,
80s was the swimming stuff with like a really short shirt on
Mhm.
over it. Yeah.
Their jeans would always be really high as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking 80s was mental.
The 80s is one of the only ones where some of the things stand the test of time.
Not the fashion, though.
Some of the fashion
I
does.
like the fashion from the 80s.
Not with man stuff.
No.
Some of
no,
the girl stuff does.
The hair is gone. The hair was bad.
Okay, parts of it then.
Yeah.
The big fluff hair thing,
Yeah,
which just all puff. That's kind of just ridiculous.
Mhm.
But then there was some hairstyles that they're pretty good.
Ooh.
So that has been episode 40. 40 talked about religion, talked about something
ISIS.
like that.
Stories. ISIS 80s.
Is this the most serious episode we've ever done?
No.
No, because you spent
What was the most serious one?
The other one with...
This wasn't a pussy diarrhea one though, at all.
Yeah, well, Josh should be all the time.
Alex, what's on the brain?
Don't say it, Alex. Don't say
Contemplative thoughts.
it. Okay, okay.
About pussy!
That's true.
Okay, bye. Fuck it, I'm gone. You've hit my trigger
Oh
mode.
shit, we've got to quickly get that Indian in right now.
No.
Leave questions on the jar Reddit. There's always a mega thread that's auto made or something.
Ask Alex.
Suggestion thread.
Ask Alex if he'll ever drink the rest of that orange juice.
Oh, having a bitch.
We've got
And-
more
and I'll
content
see you
coming at some
guys
point.
Yep.
On the next Onision.
Woo.
We're all so tired.
Yeah, I'm fucking
We're
destroyed.
also
Morph.
pleading for prostate stimulation.
Right, Elysium.
You can do that yourself, to be fair.